Hey guys, I'm Bo with Stumptown, and I'm going to show you how to make a magical cup of coffee using the AeroPress today. First things first, we're going to start with clean just off of boil water. We got our grinder, our little mini Porlex. We have our AeroPress, and we have our coffee. We're going to go ahead and load up our grinder here. Take the arm off, remove the top. We're going to use 17 grams of coffee today. The AeroPress comes with the spoon. The spoon is really nice. If you're level with the spoon or flush with the spoon, you have about 16 grams of coffee. Since we're in the wild today, we're just gonna have to eyeball it. We're not gonna use a scale. A little bit above the lip of the spoon is 17 grams. Go ahead and load your Porlex grinder. Being careful not to spill too many of the beans everywhere. Place the top back on. Put the arm on and start grinding away. Now this takes some time, so this is a good time just to look up to the stars or the sky and just enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment. Once you don't feel any more resistance, or you don't hear your coffee being ground up anymore, you've ground through all the coffee you've inserted. The nice thing about the Porlex is that it loads it right into the bottom half here. Take that off. And if you want to look at it, it's a medium to fine grind that we use for an AeroPress. Make sure and get that all back in here, because we need all 17 of those grams going in. Next thing we do is we're going to get our AeroPress ready to brew with. It comes in 3 pieces here. You have the plunger, you have the brew chamber, and then you have the basket that we're going to put the filter in. First things first, with the AeroPress, we're going to insert our paper filter. We're going to preheat and pre-wet throughout the process here. You're getting rid of the paper flavor here. You're also just getting everything heated up. So I like to heat the vessel that we're actually going to be brewing into as well. Once you have your paper filter preheat and pre-wet, I go and do the same with the brew chamber here. Just make sure there's no coffee or anything left over from the last time you made a cup of coffee. Go ahead and discard the water in your cup, and we're gonna get started brewing. Fix the filter or the basket to the bottom of your brew chamber. Place on top. We're gonna use these numbers here to keep us in line with what we're making here. So again, we're not using a scale. If you're at home, you can go ahead and use the AeroPress loader. If you're in the wild, go ahead and just dump your 17 grams in there. Since we have it with us, we'll use it. Load your 17 grams. Take the loader out. Now we're gonna fill this with water just to the number 4 here, which if you're at home and you have a scale, that's about 220 grams of water. We wanna do that within 10 seconds. So we start our timer. We hit it with water all the way to the number 4, making sure to hit all the coffee grounds. I like to spin it a little bit. Make sure that we just saturate everything here. Once you get to that number 4, and again, that's about 220 grams of water, we're gonna stir the slurry. The AeroPress comes with this paddle. Go ahead and use this. Stir this guy up really well. Next thing we need to do is we need to place the plunger. Plunger goes in at an angle, and then that way we can pull up slightly, and that will create a pressure seal so the coffee's just brewing in the chamber there. We're actually gonna take this off. We're gonna stir that slurry one more time at 1:15. We'll uncap, we'll stir, and we'll start plunging. The great thing about an AeroPress is they're easy to pack. You can take them anywhere with you. They're great for home use. They're great for camping. They're great for, road trips. If you just dive into a gas station and get a hot cup of water, you can brew one right in the parking lot. Now that we're at our 1:15, we're gonna go ahead and remove the plunger. We're gonna stir that slurry one more time, and we're just gonna start plunging. Just plunge nice and even, slow and steady, some people say. This brew process should take us anywhere from 145 to 155 in time, and it's gonna yield us about 6 to 8 ounces of coffee. There's a number of ways to make an AeroPress. We just like this way, especially if you don't have the use of a scale, if you're on the road, doing a trip. Once you hear this hiss, the brew is over, and it's at 152. Another nice thing about an AeroPress is they're very easy to clean. You can take the basket off and just pop out the coffee grounds in the filter. And then it's already preheated for your next brew. You just need to make sure and get the coffee off of the rubber plunger, which can hold on to some of the grounds and some of the oils. Then you're left with your cup of coffee. Good luck.